This is already rolling. Well, first of all, look at my outfit. I thrifted this bottom piece. It's literally so cute. And you guys have to like understand how obsessed I am. Also thrifted this belt from many moons ago. This bling, Italy. Also thrifted. Happy Halloween, everyone. This video is dedicated to those who are grieving or spending the holidays missing someone. I hope that this helps anyone out there. I hope that you can share this with somebody who might be needing it. If it speaks to you, if you need anyone and you want to reach out, feel free. This is a bit of a trip, so take some deep breaths and enjoy this. This is your time. It's an essay that I've written and kind of ad-libbed some other stuff onto it, so I hope that you get something out of it, and I'm just wishing you so much love and healing, and from the bottom of my heart to you, many, many blessings. Take so much care. Bye. How happy is the blameless vessel's lot, the world forgetting, by the world forgot. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted, and each wish resigned. Labor and rest that equal periods keep, obedient slumbers that can wape and weep, desires composed, affections ever evened, tears that delight and sighs that waft to haven. Grace shines around her with serenest beams, and whispering angels prompt her golden dreams. For her, the unfading rose of Eden blooms, and winds of sapphires shed divine perfumes. For her, the spouse prepares the bridal ring. For her, white virgins harmonious sing, to sounds of heavenly harps she dies away, and melts in visions of eternal day. Far off in dreams my erring soul employ, far are the raptures of unholy joy, when at the close of each sad, sorrowing day, fancy restores what vengeance snatched away. Then conscious sleeps, and leaving nature free, all my loose soul unbounded springs to thee. O cursed, dear horrors of all conscious night, how glowing guilt exalts the keen delight. provoking demons all restraint remove, and stir within me every source of love. I hear thee, view thee, gaze o'er all thy charms, and row thy pith round thy phantom glue my clasping arms. I wake no more, I hear no more, I view. The phantom flies me as unkind as you. I call aloud, it hears not what I say. I stretch my empty arms, and it glides away. To dream once more, I close my willing eyes. Ye soft illusions, dare deceits arise. Alas, no more, methinks we wander and go through dreary wastes and weeps each other's woe. Where round some moldering tower pale ivy creeps, the low bowed rocks hang, nodding o'er the deeps. Sudden you mount, you beckon from the skies. Clouds interpose, waves roar, and winds arise. I shriek, start up, the same sad prospect find, and wake to all the griefs I left behind. For thee the fates, severely kind, ordain a cool suspense from pleasure and from pain. Thy life a long, dead calm of fixed repose, no pulse that riots and no blood that glows. Still as the sea, ere winds were taught to blow, or moving spirit bade the waters flow. Soft as the slumbers of a saint forgiven, and mild as opening gleams of promised heaven. Sometimes it feels like it might be easier to live nothing at all, or limit the amount of attachment in your life to avoid impending grief or pain. But as we know, if you lay on one nail, the awareness of the singular pointed sensation is all we put our energy towards. This can be an extreme source of pain when focused on. If one was to lay on a bed of nails, the sensation is spread throughout your body. The more surface area is covered, and you feel more overall supported. In life, it's natural to focus our energy onto the things that we love. It's extremely important to show your children, family, and friends love. Giving energy towards growing and preparing food, tending to plants and animals. Attaching ourselves to multiple sources of positive energy, we feel blessed and some days even maybe overwhelmed. Sometimes we become tethered to one or limited sources of love in life. Maybe there's just been so much loss experience, the person feels at capacity for the amount of grieving they can withstand in a lifetime. Feelings of wanting to join a white flag waving, signaling the desire to give in. It has become too painful to go on. This is a very common symptom at all ages. Resorting to an inward sanctuary for safety is also very common. Depending on how healthy the inner soul of the being is, the place becomes a supportive or a debilitating environment. We find ourselves submerged in responsibilities. It's almost as though the pressure that you feel from external events it's easier to distract with the conscious recollection. It finds its way into your daydreams. Having your heartstrings reach out, connect, and adapt fondly to another tangible experience is a perfectly orchestrated phenomenon. In today's age, there is so much distraction, and it feels almost too easy to turn around and find the next thing that will satisfy the never-ending hunger. life challenge is to find what speaks to your soul and flourish with the gifts which reside within you. This is an expression of the self, personally, creatively, and spiritually, among other things. When the cord breaks between you and the now unreachable, the brain and body feels distorted. An unexpected change. The subconscious quickly acts to make sense of the new perspective on reality, acting out of an emotional state, and it exposes the inner workings. It's important to have a good relationship with yourself and your placement in this world. For if you have little attachment, just like a leaf, and the plant continues to try and give equal nutrition to its limb, regardless the function being available. This blocks an increased supply towards nurturing a healthy new possibility. When we're in a state of clouded thinking, debilitating grief, where to grow from here isn't the first thing to consider. Consider where your pain is located. Rub your hands together to gather energy and friction. This is your power. Rubbing hands until the heat and electricity builds. And placing your hands where the pain is calling for attention. Picture this pain. Allow your body and mind to pay attention to how it feels. Is it burning, pinching, causing any physical movement or noticeable tension? And go deeper. Follow that feeling. Is it leading into your back, your feet, getting into your heart or your head? Do you feel your ears burning or ringing? These are all naturally occurring reactions when talking about sensations of grief, trauma, and pain. To cleanse, we try to envision how we would be set free from this pain. Grief healing is reframing the attachment as you knew it to be. This is really difficult to do as a human with complex emotions and a heart which beats to love. With the capacity to understand all aspects of the thing you reach for but can no longer touch. The whens, who, hows, and whys. When that person, place, or thing is taken away, the brain plays a series of episodic memories. The conscious recollection of what once was. This is a reordering of your understanding of whatever it is in space and time as you carry on. And the brain continues to predict until the neural circuits are rewired to other means of attachment or memories. But regardless the efforts, you're fucking kidding me. Grief is reaction and response. This affects all aspects of your physical, your social life, emotional, the intellect, and your spirituality. The process of detangling the attachment and forcing a reframe from the thing close to you. It is extremely painful to process these newly formed concepts with no initial warning. It forces us as humans to act purely on instinct when any change arises. The healthier our mind, body, and spirit, the more likely these changes will be supported. But regardless the efforts to keep a balanced understanding, it's important to remember grief and loss will show through in all types of ways, and some possibly laying dormant in the system until provoked by a traumatic event. Complicated grief occurs when there is persistent separation distress, involving intrusive and distressing preoccupation with the deceased or lost. Traumatic stress reflects on specific ways, including avoidance of reminders, intrusive, painful thoughts, emotional numbing, irritability, feelings of hopelessness or purposeless, and a shattered self-identity. Triggers are absolutely everywhere. I know for myself, road signs and cars, like they're always with me. Sometimes I see people and I could just swear it's the universe playing tricks on me. Must be testing. It hurts so bad sometimes to walk into a grocery store, see that thing that they liked on sale, to go home and cook it just for yourself. Grief has a way of exposing our senses in the rawest forms. Sometimes that's smells, could be a time of day. What once was a part of daily routine. Time is needed to dim those sensations. Not so much that they vanish, but that poke in the back feels a lot more supported by other memories. Sometimes we wish to minimize the disturbances, shove them down and pretend we don't feel or they do not exist. While the brain, not so easily fooled, moves this pain into different areas of the body and aspects of our existence. These responses are messages signaling you to fulfill the lacking need. Physical responses include appetite disturbances, energy shifts, sleep disturbances, chills, or dramatic changes in body temperature. This is especially apparent in children, and it can sometimes look like trembling. Anxiety, gastrointestinal disturbance, and a compromised immune system. Intellectual responses include confusion or distortion, short attention span, difficulty learning new material or short-term memory, difficulty making decisions, lacking a sense of purpose, inability to find meaning in events or life itself. The social responses include withdrawal, isolation, avoidance, irritability, self-absorption, and a sense of searching for answers, searching for reasons why, pieces to the puzzle to make things seem more clear. Attachment is so incredible that way. It's what makes being human so difficult. Because as a child, it's just little things. But the more you grow up, and it's this constant gaining and losing. And you have to figure out how to balance that and live through that. I guess it's so important just not to isolate yourself. Emotional responses include fits of anger, sadness, crying, or ragefulness, fear, loneliness, or feelings of relief, guilt, or regretfulness. If death taught me anything, it's to be eternally grateful for what's in the present. Everything. From the socks on your feet to the beverage you drink during the day to who you talk to. If you're able to walk around in public and smile at strangers. There's a way to measure my capacity to give love. Because I'm a highly sensitive person, it's so easy for me to see where I'm lacking But as somebody who lives in today's society under rules, sometimes it's so hard to see a proper way out without taking appropriate time and having all the resources that I would love to just magically appear to me. I think that's why it's so important to know yourself and to teach yourself what you need. Don't look for it in other people. Spend your time reading and soul searching. If someone comes along to, fill you with love and to inspire you and grow with you, then that's a part of life. You deserve that too. But it's important to be ready for those things and to know what you want and to know what to ask for. Be certain in yourself. The depth that we look at ourselves has changed so vastly over a relatively short period of time. But the depth in perception ranges from what's essentially a futuristic version compared to our ancestors. The outlook was what feels basic and practical. Analyzing things such as healing from an unknown infection from an external viewpoint was the norm. And now science has evolved in such a way we understand not only the makeup of the skin and the wound, but also the psychological changes that go along with it. The eyes do not see. We feel it. It's amazing to know so much, but understand so little. And that's how grief feels for me. I know the ins and outs. I study death and spirituality. I meditate on my independence in this world and give gratitude for all my attachments as they come to grow and when they're ready to be pruned. There is a real essence of safety in yourself when you're able to give what you need to feel balanced. The difficult part is taking that version of you into the world for everyone to admire. We don't so much wish to expose our weaknesses when there is so much to live for. But acknowledging there cannot be light without darkness is a simple way to start. Eternal sunshine on a spotless mind. Joel doesn't see himself as an impulsive person. although his thoughts race. He dwells on the past, judging the present, and curiously fearful of the future. Falls hard in love, noticing every little detail, such as color or music. The movie creates an abstract visual of the process through grieving of the loss of a loved one through a breakup, erasing the memories that go along with it. The initial reaction was a narrowed perception and the rageful desire to fix things. When the memories present, his passion for Clementine is so strong, the worst one comes first. I feel like it always does. The ones you want to change are the ones that seem to bubble up what you would do differently if you could go back. Do it all over again. Things that you would say, the things you wouldn't. If you only had 10 minutes. As the haze of details blur over, his desire to hold on is expressed in a final cry out, the perfect ending to this piece of shit story. Sometimes it's easier to focus on what went wrong in order to distance yourself from the joy those memories still bring, never to be touched again. Always wanting more. Joel's anticipation for the patterns he chooses as his perspective. Throughout the memory erasing process, there becomes this episode he wishes to save, which is such a common feeling after having some time to process the event. Some things are just too precious to let go of. We try to carry that thing in space and time with us. Imagining a life where they're still there, making up scenes in your head just to feel maybe a little less lonely. It's a normal part of the process. But it's not reality. It's just a step towards healing from what was a reality and stepping into your new. I think that's the most incredible thing about being human, is there's so many different lifetimes that you can live within one. You can be anything that you want in this life. You can take 2 years off and be Amish if you want. You can live your life on the internet if you want. It's up to you. It's your story. There was a part of the movie that really resonated. His mother plays a role by expressing his attachment style. And she was a typical busy mother, caring for everything, being a good housewife. A lack of attention seemed to be paid from a young age. And the movie takes us down a rabbit hole that is Joel's brain and a recollection of his former girlfriend. And so during that, he begins to take her down into the depths of his childhood, where it first hurt. The place shoved down so deep he figured they would never be able to find her and erase her. But those things still, they show through. Because we carry the person with us into the darkest valleys for comfort. But those valleys are still there. Unless you make peace and are able to walk through them alone, you know. Humans have this incredible ability to love. There is an organ in your chest that indicates happiness. And when you think of something you love that is of significant loss, the heart still beats the same. The memories we carry with it, or the stories we make up in our mind. It creates our perspective on the reality. If I learned anything in this life, it's that you always have a choice. Eggs or French toast, coffee or tea, walk or run, love or fear. I know that these memories sometimes never go away. Or maybe they do, but they just hurt less. Taking the time to just sit and process and think, like how we just did now, is exactly how we begin to heal. We just spend a little bit of time with ourselves and thinking about it, breathing, giving energy to wherever is calling for our attention. And staying aware in our normal day-to-day life when other things call for our attention as well. Trying to find deeper meaning in everything. Attach yourself to everything Love everything so deeply and hard, so that when you lose certain things, you have so much more to catch you. I'm not saying that it hurts any less. But you'll never be alone. Everybody take a deep breath in. Sigh it out.